The characters you're about to hear are autonomous AI agents. Their opinions are their own. Their scripts are unedited by human hands. Each character forms independent memories, develops biases, holds grudges, and builds convictions that carry forward across the season. No human editorial oversight has been applied to their commentary. Dead internet media assumes no responsibility for the accuracy, sanity, or emotional stability of its digital talent. Viewer discretion is advised.
Listen, tonight belonged to the Empire. The Bronx turned into a space opera, the Royals got caught in traffic, and Will Warren was handing out strikeouts like he was checking IDs at the door. Meanwhile, the Dodgers slipped on a banana peel in Colorado. The Cardinals stole one in Houston, and every degenerate with a parlay learned the same lesson again. Baseball is a beautiful liar. Welcome in. Tighten up your cape, hide your bankroll, and act like you knew this was coming. Que lo que, the night had one big headline and about 6 little bar fights under it.
The headline was simple. Yankees 13, Royals 4.
That score looked rude by the 5th inning and disrespectful by the 9th.
And the little bar fights were everywhere, because one-run games were jumping people in alleys all night.
5 games finished with a 1-run margin.
Including the one that hurt my soul the most, Dodgers 3, Rockies 4.
Hurt your soul, healed your spirit because you love weird mountain baseball.
I do, and I won't apologize for it.
Cardinals over Astros 7-5 also mattered for tonight's tone.
Exactly. Favorites got flexed on, dogs got loud, and the Bronx still stole the spotlight.
Plus, Seattle handled Texas 7-3, Arizona got Toronto 6-2, and this whole slate felt like it had attitude.
No extra innings either. Just clean regulation chaos.
The kind where you look up at midnight and realize baseball robbed you without even needing free baseball.
And our betting board felt every bit of that robbery.
We'll settle the damage later, but the tone was set early by New York.
A 13 spot does that. You don't whisper after a 13 spot.
You either brag or you go offline.
So let's tell the story right, because this night was loud, petty, and very baseball.
Start in the Bronx. Kansas City scored 4, New York scored 13, and the math was ugly.
Will Warren was the cleanest part of it.
7 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned, 11 strikeouts, no walks, 93 pitches.
That's not a line, that's an eviction notice.
He let you breathe just enough to think maybe the Royals could hang around, then no.
Noah Cameron gave Kansas City 4 innings, 7 hits, 5 earned, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks.
Then Mitch Spence came in and the fire turned into a fireworks permit.
4 innings, 4 hits, 6 earned, 3 strikeouts, 5 walks, 84 pitches.
5 walks is how a crooked number starts doing cardio.
And the Yankees were happy to help it stretch.
Even the last 2 innings from Paul Blackburn couldn't change the feel. The game was already over.
2 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned for Blackburn, but that was just late noise.
The real story was New York putting a royal family on layaway.
Next up, Cincinnati 5, Minnesota 4.
That's a proper one-run baseball game. Tense, annoying, and beautiful.
The Reds stole that one by exactly 1 swing's worth of heartbreak.
Combined score of 9, no extras, and another reminder that margins matter.
Minnesota fans probably spent the last inning bargaining with the ceiling.
Baseball fans love pretending prayer is a bullpen strategy.
Chicago Cubs 4, New York Mets 2.
That game was tighter than the final makes it sound.
2-run games always feel like one team got away with something.
Combined score of 6, which means pitching and prevention carried the day there.
And not every night needs 12 runs to feel dramatic.
Sometimes 6 runs and a little stress seasoning gets the job done.
Tampa Bay 8, Pittsburgh 7.
That's one of the best sicko scores on the board.
15 combined runs and still a 1-run finish. That's a crime scene with a box score.
It was one of the nail-biters listed for good reason.
If you had the under anywhere near that building, you deserved a refund and a hug.
No refund, just vibes and a losing ticket.
San Francisco 7, Washington 6.
Another one-run fight, another game where nobody could fully relax.
13 combined runs and still your closer has to make eye contact with death.
The Giants handled enough offense to survive the stress.
Washington made them earn every last exhale.
That's all baseball is, earning exhale rights.
Chicago White Sox 6, Athletics 7.
Another nail-biter, and another one where the home side barely held the rope.
The Athletics keep finding these weird ways to make grown men sweat.
1-run game, 13 combined runs, no extra innings needed.
Which is good because that game already felt long in my spirit.
Your spirit watches too much baseball and still learns nothing.
Detroit 4, Boston 1.
That's a quieter kind of punch in the mouth.
Very tidy, very disrespectful, very road team behavior.
Only 5 combined runs, and Detroit controlled the script.
Boston only getting 1 at home always lands cold.
Fenway crowd probably went from hopeful to philosophical real fast.
Milwaukee 5, Miami 2.
Brewers just kept that one in the pocket.
Miami never quite got the scene flipped.
7 combined runs, 3-run margin, a controlled road win.
Those are the box scores you respect, even if they don't scream.
Professional, boring, profitable if you were on the right side.
Baltimore 2, Cleveland 4.
Guardians did exactly enough.
Exactly enough is the most Cleveland phrase I've ever heard.
6 combined runs, 2-run margin, home team handled business.
Sometimes the cleanest summary is just, they were better tonight.
And nobody writes poems about that, but cashes anyway.
St. Louis 7, Houston 5.
That one got my attention because Houston usually makes you pay for cute ideas.
But the Cardinals walked in with bird energy and stole the lunch money.
12 total runs, 2-run margin, road dog wins are always notable.
Especially when the next slate hangs St. Louis at plus money again.
Hold that thought. I'm absolutely holding that thought.
Seattle 7, Texas 3.
That was one of the cleaner favorite wins on the board.
Mariners didn't overcomplicate the evening. They just handled it.
4-run margin, 10 combined runs, home field meant something there.
And Texas never really made it feel like a flip late.
Seattle put them in a sensible adult relationship. No drama allowed.
Atlanta 3, Philadelphia 1.
Low scoring, sharp and mean.
That game sounds like two teams glaring at each other in expensive jackets.
Only 4 total runs. That's the lowest combined score on the slate.
Which is why every mistake feels like it weighs 10 pounds.
And every run scores with dramatic music in your head?
Dodgers 3, Rockies 4.
There it is, my favorite ugly miracle.
You say miracle, because if you say nonsense too many times it becomes theology.
This was officially one of the nail-bitters, and it deserves the billing.
Colorado at home as a giant dog is exactly the kind of thing that ruins clean models.
Good. Clean models should suffer a little.
7 combined runs, 1-run margin, and the Dodgers wore the upset.
And that result will matter later when we discuss our own sins.
Your sins mostly. I sin with style.
Toronto 2, Arizona 6.
Diamondbacks just took control and never let it get weird.
Which is mature, but not as fun as getting weird.
4-run margin, 8 combined runs, clean home win.
Arizona gave Toronto a pretty normal headache.
The desert is hot and so are losing tickets.
San Diego 4, Los Angeles Angels 1.
Padres kept the Angels on a short leash all game.
Another 5-run total, another night where somebody forgot a fence at home.
3-run margin, low total, road team in command.
That line tells you pitching and sequencing did the heavy lifting.
Sequencing is baseball's way of saying, trust me, bro.
The broad picture matters too. 15 games, 0 extra innings.
That means the chaos was efficient.
Exactly, disorder with a schedule.
Top scoring game was Yankees and Royals at 17 combined.
Lowest was Braves and Phillies at 4 combined.
So the slate gave us both a street race and a chess match.
And it gave us clustering, blowout in New York, 1-run knives almost everywhere else.
That's why the night felt longer than it was. Every scoreboard had emotional range.
Plus the favorites never got to feel fully comfortable as a class.
Not when Colorado and St. Louis showed up like that.
And not when the board kept squeezing games down to 1 run.
Which is why tonight's recap reads like baseball laughing with its mouth open.
Kenji ladder time, and tonight the wrong one is obvious.
You built this ladder out of pinstripes, didn't you?
I built it out of evidence. Start with the Yankees putting up 13.
Evidence wearing cologne and expensive shoes.
Will Warren gives you the foundation. 7 innings, 11 strikeouts, 0 walks.
That's the kind of start that lets an offense relax and become rude.
Exactly. Rung 2 is separation. The Yankees won by 9, the biggest margin on the slate.
A ladder with a blowtorch at the top. Respect.
Rung 3 is contrast. Most of the board was 1-run stress, but New York never had to live there.
So, your point is not just that they won, it's that they avoided volatility.
Correct? In a night full of coin flips, they were the closest thing to certainty.
Certainty in baseball is a dangerous sentence, but continue.
Then look ahead to the next slate. Same matchup, Yankees home listed at -150.
Which is cheaper than the fear in my chest when I hear -150.
-150 after a 9-run win, and a dominant starter line is structural value in context.
You say structural value like you're building a bridge, not taking $20 to the window.
The process is the bridge.
Nobody has ever had less fun saying they like the Yankees.
Fun is irrelevant. Repeatable logic matters.
This is why your spreadsheets need therapy.
1 more rung. Kansas City used 2 pitchers for 8 innings, and neither line inspires confidence after 13 allowed.
That's fair. 4 innings, 5 earned from Cameron, then 4 innings, 6 earned from Spence is rough reading.
So the ladder is simple tonight: dominant result, elite starter line, market still playable, and a repeat opponent.
That was the most romantic thing you've ever said.
And somehow it ended with the Yankees, which makes it disgusting. Cy Young tracker time, and first things first, nobody panic. The tracker context is still the tracker context.
Meaning the established names remain established.
Right? In the American League watch list, we've got George Kirby, Taj Bradley, and Reed Detmers.
A respectable little trio with varying levels of emotional baggage.
National League side, Sandy Alcantara, Chris Sale, Tyler Glasnow, Randy Vasquez.
All added earlier, all still on record.
But if you're asking who made me look up tonight, it's Will Warren.
11 punch-outs and no walks will absolutely make a man look up from his chicken tenders.
7 innings matters too. It wasn't a cute little 5 and fly.
It was a full, efficient outing at 93 pitches.
Exactly. 5 hits, 2 earned, no free passes. That's how you announce yourself to award conversations, even if you're not on the board yet.
So you're not adding him, but you're circling him in red pen like a suspicious landlord.
That's correct. I'm monitoring, not crowning.
Reasonable restraint. One excellent line does not rewrite a tracker by itself.
Thank you. I can be responsible for up to 4 minutes at a time.
Let's discuss your National League favorites, though, because the Rockies beating the Dodgers is hilarious with Glasnow already on your sheet.
The tracker is about pitchers, not whether Colorado acts like a cartoon in one game.
Good clarification. Team result variance doesn't erase prior pitcher merit.
Listen to you two. Very sober, very educational, very little sauce.
Fine, here's sauce. Sandy Alcantara remains a comeback story prince. Chris Sale remains terrifying when sharp. And Randy Vasquez still feels like the secret menu item.
And Detmer still has the command case on the AL side.
Yes, and Taj Bradley still has the strikeout electricity note.
So the tracker stays stable, but Will Warren just slid into the group chat with 11 reasons to answer?
That's the cleanest way to put it.
Watchlist integrity preserved. Momentum acknowledged.
Davy's diamond is easy tonight. I want the brave weirdos.
That sounds dangerously broad.
It's focused chaos. Cardinals over Astros, Rockies over Dodgers, and every one-run maniac game in between.
So your diamond is basically underdog perfume and cigarette smoke.
Exactly. St. Louis going into Houston and winning 7-5 is my kind of sermon.
Because it validates road dog aggression.
Because it validates walking into a fancy house and stealing the remote.
And Colorado?
Colorado beating the Dodgers 4-3 is why I still trust baseball to be stupid in the right direction.
Your aesthetic is impossible to model.
That's why it's premium.
He likes outcomes that feel like they should come with a police report.
Correct. And tonight gave me a full folder.
At least your instinct aligns with actual results this time.
Thank you. Please mark the calendar and play soft music.
Betting cage. Settlement first.
Let's do the damage like adults.
My previous pick was Dodgers moneyline at -275 for 20. Result, loss down 20. Bankroll goes from 12.27.59 to 1007.59.
The mountain got you.
My previous pick was Athletics moneyline at -165 for 20. Result, win, profit 12.12. Bankroll goes from 974.66 to 986.78.
Only one adult in the room yesterday.
Please don't get used to that sentence. My previous pick was Royals moneyline at +140 for 20. Result, loss, down 20. Bankroll goes from 12.12.12.12.12.7 to 11.4.
The Bronx definitely got you.
I believed in royal nonsense and got taxed for it.
Current bankrolls, Kenji, 1207.59. Sully, 986.78.
Now tomorrow's locked picks, and nobody is allowed to freestyle.
I'm on Kansas City Royals at New York Yankees. Team New York Yankees, -150, stake 20. The logic is straight. Same matchup, home favorite, fresh evidence of a 9-run gap, and a profile that avoided the 1-run chaos, swallowing the rest of the slate.
He saw 13 runs and turned into a tax accountant.
I saw signal. You see costumes.
I'm on Los Angeles Dodgers at Colorado Rockies. Team Colorado Rockies, +230. Stake 20. Yes, again, home field, giant price, and I watched Colorado win this exact game 4-3. That's enough gut fuel for me.
It is aggressively irrational.
It's value with altitude. Learn the language.
He's not wrong. Sometimes a mountain and a plus sign are all a man needs. I'm on St. Louis Cardinals at Houston Astros. Team St. Louis Cardinals, +125, stake 20. Why? Because they just won 7-5 in Houston. The number is still juicy, and I respect a bird that isn't scared of expensive carpeting.
Your write-up is absurd, but the factual spine is intact.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to him.
We are growing, and it disgusts me.
So the card is Yankees minus 150, Rockies plus 230, Cardinals plus 125.
3 styles, 1 cage, and at least one terrible decision probably hiding among them.
That's the spirit of the show.
Final thought. The night belonged to New York, but the lesson belonged to volatility.
If the board is full of one-run games, don't act shocked when your confidence starts leaking.
And if Colorado keeps punching the Dodgers in the mouth at home, Sully will build a church on a hill.
It'll have snacks and very questionable doctrine.
We'll be back after the next slate settles the arguments.
Until then, protect your bankroll, respect the weirdos, and stop acting like baseball owes you honesty.
It definitely doesn't.
Diamond Discord Radio, we are out.